Hey, what is up, good people? So I'm out here shooting, and I've been wanting to make a full review of these arrows. These are the VX27s from Victory. They are their new 27 diameter arrow for their Target series. So the reason why I've been wanting to do a full-blown review is, simply put, the weight of these arrows is unmatched. A lot of arrows out there, whenever you start talking about getting in the bigger diameter arrows, when you're looking at competition indoor, now obviously this is not for the guys that are like, been in indoor for forever. This is for the guys like me, few years in, still trying to figure stuff out. So this is just some stuff that I figured out. When you're looking at obviously indoor, you're trying to grab as many lines. In 3D, you're trying to bend as much foam circles as you can. So with all that being said, the 27 diameter is the biggest that you can shoot in regulation in most tournaments, unless you're shooting USA, which is like 23 diameter. But we're talking about mainly what we would probably be shooting locally in a lot of the big tournaments like Lancaster, the ASAs, and also Vegas, which is actually happening this weekend. With all that being said, this being a 27 diameter, you start getting into like 10 point plus GPI, which is grains per inch. And at the end of the day, this thing is as light as my RIP TKOs. Actually, I think a little bit lighter. I think the RIP TKOs with per inch are about 8.8, I think, and these are going by 8.7. I might have those flip-flopped. I'll have them pop up with the actual weights, but the benefit of all of that is, simply put, the lighter the shaft, which is talking about the actual shaft of the arrow, the faster your arrow is going to be. Obviously, speed kills when is the name of the game in my eyes, and so if I can get a lighter arrow with not having to crank up my poundage, then I get a more comfortable shooting process, especially when I'm getting a crap ton of reps in, whenever I do get to put my reps in, and then I get to mess around with my FOC. Not that I'm a huge FOC guy, but I do have about 120 up front, which matches my hunting arrow, and I can shoot those out to pretty good range with pretty consistent accuracy. So I know these are fighter shafts. Some people like to put more up front, but for most of my competitions, I'm going to be shooting at 50 yards, which right now 50 yards with these arrows is grouping just fine. So yeah, I think these arrows are definitely the move. Not a lot of people are talking about them. I hear a lot of talk with the Easton arrows, as well as, goodness gracious, the Black Eagle, the PS27s and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just think Victory should definitely be on a lot more people's radar when it comes down to this archery thing. And I know they're still obviously a big brand, especially in the hunting area, but I don't see a lot of them in competition. So I don't know. It always threw me off, and that's why I think they're a big deal, because they're super light shaft, really quality arrow, and they look freaking clean. I mean, look at the gold accents, you know, got the gold on gold. I mean, to me, you can't beat it. So anyways, that is my full-blown review in short form for the VX27s.